So I was scrolling a little while ago, right? And someone posted about a, a shooting in Chicago at a Christmas tree lighting event, right? And I'm like, wait a minute. Didn't Charlotte Concord Mills, which is like 19, maybe like 15 minutes driving from downtown Charlotte, didn't they also just have a shooting at a tree lighting as well? So on Friday evening, November 21st, after the city's official Christmas tree lighting ceremony at Millennium Park, two separate shootings occurred in downtown Chicago's Loop District. The first incident around 9:50 p.m. near North State Street, East Madison. A group of teens were shot, ages 13 to 17. The second incident was on the 100th block of South Dearborn Street. Two men were shot, one ages 14 died, and the other 18 was seriously injured. Let me just go ahead and say that my condolences goes out to those families and their friends, and also their classmates. So there's a claim that 300 juveniles were riding in the loop. Multiple officers attacked as well. So then, the same day, on Friday, November 21st at 7:30 p.m. at the city's 28th annual tree lighting ceremony off of Union Street near Concord Mills in Charlotte, North Carolina, 4 people were shot, transported to the hospital. 3 are in critical condition, 1 is stable. So police are saying that the shooting was not random. It involved individuals who knew each other. One suspect, 18-year-old Nazir Bostic, was among the wounded. So 2 Christmas tree shootings on the same day within hours apart in 2 of the country's most crime-ridden cities, right? So you ever notice how whenever Charlotte, North Carolina is starting to make national headlines for something, that it never fails that there's another event that takes place in another city in the country, kind of similar, like trying to take the focus away from that area. So both shootings happened on the same evening at a holiday tree lighting event. Both Chicago and Charlotte's region have been in the news repeatedly for crime, issues working with the federal government, issues with the mayors not working with Border Patrol, ICE agents, and so forth, okay? It just seems really weird to me. So in Chicago, you have 9 shot, 1 dead, teen as young as 13, hundreds of juveniles rioting, police attacked, and then their city leadership is in denial mode. Denial, don't even know I'm lying to my damn self. Charlotte, 4 shot, 3 in critical condition. The event was shut down, and then city is scrambling now to control the narrative. Public safety is slipping away, and these leaderships in these cities have no answers whatsoever. So you have 2 major metro areas, 2 Christmas tree lightings, 2 shooting scenes within hours. This isn't bad luck. This is a systemic collapse of public safety, governance, soft on crime policies, and leadership that refuses to confront the issue. So I'm gonna go a step further here too, right, guys? So Charlotte also has, and its elected officials has ties to Chicago, okay? Former Councilwoman Tawana Brown, who was indicted by the federal grand jury a second time for PPL loan fraud, and Cedric Dean were in Chicago right before Cedric Dean's business and home was raided by the FBI for Medicaid fraud, right? Alma Adams, which is a North Carolina representative, has supported Cedric Dean and other officials, including the mayor in Chicago. And she was seen with these individuals in pictures, right? Sheriff McFadden has been seen with Maxine Walters over the years as well. So you have connections that overlap with individuals and organizations between Chicago's activists and political ecosystems and Charlotte, North Carolina's activists and political ecosystems. So that matters because this just seems very, very strange to me. I'm just going to keep on saying that. So like I said, Sheriff Gary McFadden has a long-standing ties with Representative Maxine Walters, right? Walters. I think it's Walters. I don't like her. She just is. She's always just angry. Just looks just mean and angry. Same thing with the mayor in Chicago. So Waters is deeply connected to the Chicago political universe and national progressive networks, as well as Sheriff Gary McFadden. So this signals ideological and operational alignment. So every time Charlotte is about to take a PR beating, something else hits the national circuit. A major violent incident, a mass shooting, a political scandal in another top 10 metro market areas, a federal enforcement action somewhere that sucks up the media oxygen. The recent Christmas tree lighting shootings, one in Chicago and one in Charlotte Metro, same night. That is not normal or a statistical drift. That's synchronized chaos across political interconnected ecosystems. So here's the thing. The media markets don't like two Democrat-run cities melting down simultaneously. When one city is destabilized, the other becomes a buffer story to absorb national blowback. You got shootings, riots, high visibility, public safety failures, dominate headlines, and reset the news cycle. So I'm seeing this constantly. Every time that there is national headlines and all eyes on Charlotte, North Carolina, boom, shift the focus over here to another major city, Chicago, Los Angeles. Mainly it's like Chicago, New York, right? And then you got Alma Adams, Maxine Walters, with ties both to Charlotte, North Carolina, and also Chicago, Illinois. And they're also pushing the same narrative. And you got activists and stuff as well, but that operate between these two. So pushing the same narrative across the board amongst the Democratic Party against the Trump administration, against Border Patrol agents and Department of Homeland Security, right? So bottom line is that Charlotte has connections in Chicago in people, politics, ideology, and operational networks. So when Charlotte becomes a national embarrassment, something big tends to erupt in another major city at the same time, or something else to distract from what's going on in Charlotte, North Carolina, so they can recalibrate. I caught that. Just so y'all know, I'm